I welcome you all to this new series of getting started with Scala and Spark. So here I will be covering concepts of Spark and Scala, and we will see and dive into more into the Spark side of things, like how it works and how it could be used for big data, what are RDDs, what are data frames and all that. And we will slowly see and understand what are the use cases and everything, and we'll go step by step. So yeah. So before this is just a getting started manual kind of thing. So we will start with installation and setup. Again, this installation and setup I'm skipping for myself because it will anyways, these steps are very much available in most of the videos that you see out there. However, if you are getting stuck, let me know down in the comments. I'll be able to help you out. And you can see that preferred ID, VS Code or IntelliJ, whatever you prefer. I mean, I am running currently on VS Code, but I've tested the same thing in IntelliJ Community and Edition also. So you need to get these things installed. And then JDK is important. You can check one of these, Oracle or Adopt Open JDK. By the way, the link to this README, I would put it in the description so that you can check out. Then you need to install the Apache Spark. They have all the instructions. Again, I'm skipping these things because this is very common. So I'm just expecting you to set these things on your own, and then we can actually dive into the actual Spark side of things. Okay. And I have all the steps, like you have to download and this pre-built package for Hadoop, and then in the bin folder you need to add it so that you can invoke this with the Spark shell. Okay. So when you type in Spark shell, you should be able to see the actual output. Okay. Then SBT is the Scala build tool. So you need to install this also. Again, in different platforms you can use, like in macOS you can use Brew. In Windows you will get an MSI installer. So you can check these things. And this is basically how you can set up the boilerplate. So you can just directly run this command to give you a Scala. It will spit out a Scala boilerplate structure and everything. If not, then you can just in IntelliJ you can just go file, new project and set up. In VS Code you can just press Command Shift P, and then you can type in metals. So metals is the extension which can be used, and new Scala project. Yeah, the second option. If I click on this, it will ask me for the configuration and everything, and then you can do it out. Okay. Then yeah, in the builds, so since we are using these Spark modules, so if I open build.sbt, currently it's looking like this. So over the time it will change. Again, you can find all these files in my GitHub that I'll be sharing. So you need to set this up, you need to put it, and then you need to sbt clean compile to run all these things. This is how it will look like after the first change. We also need to add some more things that I showed you. Then for some initial setup, after we will do some basic understanding how the file is being read and how do we split everything and all. So how the particular text files is read, how JSONs are read and all. So you can add these couple of files, and then this simple readme, and then this is like how to create a data frame directly. So yeah, this I've just added an example. We will be going through each of these, so don't get overwhelmed. Okay, and we have some additional logs in order to make sure that these logs are not, these are not required when we are running our code because it will overflow your terminal. So these would be disabled. So I have disabled in log4j.properties. You can also disable these logs in your file. Okay. And after that, you need to update the build SBT. And once you update it, then you do a SBT clean compile, and then we should be ready. Okay. So this video was all about the setup, and I have a proper detailed documentation. I want you to follow through this and let me know in case if you run into any error. This is a very step-by-step and proper comprehensive guide. So I hope you will be able to get it done. However, if not, please feel free to ask any questions that you might have. Okay. And once you are done with this, move on to the next tutorial where we start to understand what is Spark and how we can proceed further. Okay. So that's all for this video. Thank you very much.